Bro, there's no way. So I just did like a 30-minute video live trading. I took two trades today. Both of them were L's. But as I'm recording and I end the video, there was no audio being picked up. So I guess I'll just do a trade recap instead. But anyways, hold on. Let me mark off right here. I think where I entered off this candle right here. So look, I have my stop loss right here. So look, man, I had all the confluences and everything written on. I deleted them. But anyways, so I'll verbally explain to you guys what happened today. The first trade that we took. Let me rewind. Actually, I think that'll make it easier. The first trade that we took, it was on the daily time frame I was looking at, and I noticed that we had these daily highs right here. Right, as you can see, the move up followed by the move down. This wick is longer than this week, so this is the high that we're looking at. Candle came up. Now at like 9:30, 9:29, this gray candle was all the way up here. Now what I seen was the 4-hour was bearish still. The 4-hour was bearish still because the candle, even though the candle was all the way up here, it didn't close. So we broke structure to the downside with this candle, but we never broke structure back to the upside. We would have had to wait until 10 o'clock. So I knew that the candle was trying to be bearish, but on pen and paper, the candle did not close. So it's still, I messed that up. I'm sorry. I know the candle was trying to be bullish, but on pen and paper, the candle did not close above the highs. So it was still bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Cool. On the 1-hour time frame, we broke structure to the upside. On the 30-minute time frame, we also broke structure to the upside. And we were bullish on pretty much all the smaller time frames. So on the 5-minute now, this is what I've seen. On the 5-minute, we had this 5-minute fair value gap right here. Right? That we hold on one second. This 5-minute fair value gap, and when price tapped into it on the 1-minute, we got some displacement. So I entered off of this candle. Horrible fill, I know. This was around 9:28. At 9:30, man, stop loss got taken out. So that was the first trade that we lost. We lost about 300 because normally when I'm going against the trend, in this case, the higher time frame was bearish, I risk half of what I normally do. So I risked about 2 contracts here. Didn't lose too much, lost about 250. Cool. So on the second trade now, this is my confluences. So I noticed that we got stopped out on the buys, which internally gave me a better confluence to taking shorts for today. Mixed in with the fact that the daily liquidity sweep happened and the 4-hour candle closed bearish at 10 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we want to go lower. I waited for a 5-minute retrace into this 5-minute inverse fair value gap right here. I normally don't use inverse fair value gaps, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I normally just use regular fair value gaps, but today I wanted to try it out. And I'm glad that I did because I would never use it again. But we gotta retrace into this inverse fair value gap. On the 1-minute, we also broke structure to the downside, and I entered off this candle right here. Why did I enter off this candle? Because of the fact that this candle broke beneath these lows and we created a fair value gap, which means it's displacement. Now, I know that you guys are going to look at me and say, hey, but this swept liquidity. I understand that, but this is smaller time frame liquidity. The higher time frames are bearish. So this liquidity sweep should not matter, especially if it's 5 or 15-minute lows. You understand what I'm trying to say? So yeah, we entered the trade and immediately got stopped out. But I say all this to say, guys, like risk management and psychology are the most important things to differentiate you from being an average trader to a profitable trader. Because we just took 2 L's today. I'm not gonna lie, today we lost about 900, around 800 around there. But I'm not going to stay on the charts. I'm not going to stalk price action. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go about my day, because I know that in the next week, the first day of next week, Monday, we can possibly make up for the loss or more than half of what we lost today. And then from that point on, we make the profits. The profits are going to come rolling in. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I don't want you guys to ever feel discouraged when you lose a trade, because it's all part of the process. These markets are not guaranteed. They're guaranteed to make you fail, but profits are not guaranteed. So you need to be able to know when to pick and choose your battles and when to get up and walk away. We took 2 trades today. I normally only take 1. The only reason why I took 2 trades is because the first trade that we took, we risked only about $200. So I still had a little bit of wiggle room to, play around with another trade. So I said, you know what, let me risk about 300 on the second trade. And the only reason why I took a second trade was because I personally seen a valid setup. Well, both setups were valid in my opinion, but the first setup was a little bit less valid because we were going against the trend. The second setup, we were going with the trend. So I was able to risk like 300 on that trade. But yeah, guys, so I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. I apologize that there was no audio. I didn't even realize that there wasn't any audio this entire time, but now I know. I got to check my mic. But yeah, guys, you guys have an amazing weekend. You guys stay warm, stay disciplined, wishing profitability on every single one of you guys that view, and have an amazing weekend, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.